Parts of speech. Parts of speech.
Partes de la oración.
The connectors and conjunctions.
Los conectores y conjunciones.
The 1,300 most used connectors in English. The 1,300 most used connectors in English.
Los 1300 conectores más usados en inglés.
By rule of thumb. By rule of thumb.
A ojo de buen cubero.
By rule of thumb.
Al ojo.
By rule of thumb.
De modo empírico.
By that time. By that time.
Para entonces.
By that time.
Por entonces.
By the book. By the book.
Según las reglas.
By the by. By the by.
A propósito.
By the by.
De paso.
By the by.
Entre paréntesis.
By the by.
Por cierto.
By the same token. By the same token.
Del mismo modo.
By the same token.
En el mismo orden de ideas.
By the same token.
Por la misma razón.
By the way. By the way.
A propósito.
By the way.
Entre paréntesis.
By the way.
Por cierto.
By way of example. By way of example.
A modo de ejemplo.
By way of example.
A título de ejemplo.
By way of example.
Como ejemplo.
By way of information. By way of information.
A título de información.
Ceaselessly.
Incansablemente.
Ceaselessly.
Sin cesar.
Certainly.
Ciertamente.
Certainly.
De seguro.
Certainly.
Por cierto.
Chances are he won't come. Chances are he won't come.
Lo más probable es que no venga.
Clearly.
A todas luces.
Clearly.
Claramente.
Clearly.
Desde luego.
Clearly.
En términos propios.
Come to think of it. Come to think of it.
En realidad.
Come to think of it.
Pensándolo bien.
Come to think of it.
Pensándolo mejor.
Compared to.
Comparado con.
Conclusively.
En definitiva.
Consequently.
Consecuentemente.
Consequently.
En consecuencia.
Consequently.
En definitiva.
Continuously.
Ha hecho.
Conversely.
En cambio.
Conversely.
Por otro lado.
Correspondingly.
Por analogía.
Curiously. Enough. Curiously enough.
Aunque parece extraño.
Curiously enough.
Por muy curioso que parezca.
Currently.
Actualmente.
Day in. Day out. Day in day out.
A diario.
Day in day out.
Día tras día.
Decidedly.
Decididamente.
Decidedly.
Definitivamente.
Deep down. Deep down.
En el fondo.
Deep down.
En su fuero interno.
Definitely.
De todos modos.
Definitely.
Definitivamente.
Deliberately.
Ex profeso.
Depending on how things are. Depending on how things are.
Según estén las cosas.
Despite.
A pesar de.
Despite everything. Despite everything.
A pesar de todo.
Down through history. Down through history.
En el devenir histórico.
During.
Durante.
Earlier.
Antes.
Entirely.
Desde todo punto de vista.
Equally.
Por igual.
Equally. Important. Equally important.
Igualmente importante.
Essentially.
En esencia.
Etc.
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 Y lo demás.
Eternally.
Eternamente.
Even. More. Even more.
Aún más.
Even more.
Y lo que es más.
Even. More. So. Even more so.
Con más motivo.
Even more so.
Con mayor motivo.
Even so. Even so.
Así y todo.
Even so.
Aún así.
Even so.
Con todo y eso.
Even so.
Sin embargo.
Even though. Even though.
Aún a pesar de.
Even though.
Aunque.
Evenly.
Por igual.
Eventually.
A la larga.
Eventually.
A la postre.
Eventually.
Al fin.
Every day.
A diario.
Everything. Considered. Everything considered.
Con todo y eso.
Evidently.
A todas luces.
Evidently.
Evidentemente.
Evidently.
Por lo visto.
Exactly.
En concreto.
Exactly. According to, exactly according to,
al pie de la letra,
except, as, otherwise, provided, except as otherwise provided,
salvo pacto en contrario,
expressly,
ex profeso,
extremely,
en grado sumo,
extremely,
extremadamente,
far, and and away,
con mucho,
far and away,
sin la menor duda,
far and away,
sin ninguna duda,
far, from, far from it,
ni con mucho,
far from it,
ni nada que se le parezca.
finally.
A fin de cuentas.